I wanted to create this video for you because I know you have the potential to hit your driver further and straighter. And I know this because recently I had a load of students come see me, all want to hit the driver further. By the time we'd finished, we added 10, 15, 20, 30 yards to every student by changing just a couple of things in their swing. And these things anybody can do. Let me show you what they are. Distance comes from high launch, low spin. That is the science. If you want to hit the ball further, you need to have a high launch with driver and low spin. It will travel much further. So to do that, you need to learn the first thing, which is how do you hit up on the driver effectively and generate extra speed? Well, my students this week weren't doing that. What they were doing, they had a destination where when they were swinging here, they were coming down on the driver, okay, way too much. They had no space for their arms to generate loads of power, so they get crumpled, they might stand up, they might flick, they might get some chicken wings. The other thing they were doing is when they did lose power, they tried to add more power in by trying to follow through. But now their shoulders followed through very level, again, hitting down on the golf ball. So although sometimes they would gain a few yards, they would lose accuracy. So the first thing I gave them, I said, look, you need to learn and experience the destination you need to head to. Because the destination a good player moves to is up here. Poor players who lack distance are down here. They're really crumpled, there's no space. So here's what I want you to do first. I want you to learn this feeling before we show you the journey on achieving in a really natural way. The journey is simply this. Take a driver, lift it up in front of you here like this. And all I want you to do is this. I want you to push your weight over onto this lead foot here, and you're going to get a nice big tilt in your shoulders. From here, just drop the driver down and then push this trail shoulder underneath on the way through here. Look at how extended my arms are. Look at where my head is. So I'm pushing underneath, my head's behind the golf ball. I'm extending through. Look at my hips are underneath me here. Compare that position there to this position I see with a lot of players around about here. They are literally coming this way through impact as opposed to this way through impact. So while you're working on this, you can go through this system of tilting back here, keep the pressure on, move this trail shoulder underneath and really get that sensation. You can work on it in a nice dynamic way once you've got that, which is hold the club out at maybe a 45-degree motion here, and then you want to feel the destination in a slightly more dynamic way before we go into a flowing motion, which is this. You're going to simply push through into that motion. Most people when they're here would push around or simply just push their arms out. But notice this, I'm getting onto my lead foot here, my pressure's on this lead foot, and I'm going to use this lead foot to push up and back. This is a really simple but really nice feeling before you get into the realms of starting to add some flow to this motion. So build that into your system, and now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to add the whole flow to this so you can start taking it straight to the golf course. So once you've got this kind of feeling of working up, how do you add flow to this so you can start adding some speed? And I promise you, it's not easy to start with. So what I want to help you do now is train this in a real natural way. You've got to get the body to help you create this snap through the impact area, which is going to give you the power. To do this, all I want you to do is grab yourself a towel and tie a knot in the end of the towel so it just weights the towel. And then what I want you to do is grab the towel, put it under your lead arm like this, and put your arms around your body. From this place, all we're going to do is you've kind of now know your destination that you want to head into, but we need to add some flow and some snap to this, okay? So you start adding some speed. So this is the body that's going to help you do this. Here, the towel's just hanging down, just with no momentum. I'm now going to create some momentum by shifting my pressure side to side, okay? Feeling that momentum. Once I've got some feeling of momentum, I'm going to extend the momentum on the way back and snap it on the way through. Notice what my body and how my body's having to work in order to create the snap. I have to first of all start small, create some momentum. Extend momentum, snap momentum. Can you see how my body is working off this foot here to snap this towel? This is so important. Now, when you start this, if you're anything like my students, you might start to find that if you try and snap it with your body, it just won't be very comfortable, okay? So what you've got to do with this is you've got to take your time, find the rhythm, pick up that rhythm, then snap it. Once you've done that, then we can start adding in the golf club. So before I show you how to apply this to the golf club, if you're enjoying the video, remember to give it a thumbs up and come and join the community. I release videos like this every single week to try and help you improve your game. Just press that subscribe button. It's completely free to do so. So with the golf club, all we got to do here now is this. You've got to create, the golf club has to swing like the towel was. So it has to swing in a flowing manner. There's the first fault I'm going to see with golfers. They don't let this flow. So the way I want you to kind of feel this initially is to create a little snap with the club. Most players are swinging like this. Well, the towel didn't swing like that, did it? It was flowing. So what I want to do is turn the club upside down and start off by just creating a little bit of this snap. You can see how I'm doing it. My wrists are naturally relaxing here, and then cocking, uncocking, just literally creating snap. I'll then pull the club the other way around and start exactly the same thing again. Just create some snap. Now you have the basis of the swinging towel. Now what we're going to do is apply the body to this. So what I did with the players is said, look, remind yourself of the destination. Here, trail shoulder low, extend upwards. Now what we're going to do is very small. We're going to imagine now, look, snapping gently up into that motion. Now I started off initially just with the players feeling like it was just in this lead side here, push up and back, push up, create some snap. So now they could feel that this lead side was loading and unloading as they fired through. Then what we did, we gradually added some more flow to this, bit by bit. And as we were doing this, we started off with some very, very small shots, just initially, focusing purely on that destination. Tap a few down there, no big shots to start with. You can see where I'm finishing, up here, and then gradually we build it up into much, much more power. But we did it in stages. Yeah, follow this process. Don't rush to this stage first. Build the feelings in the motion first, then start to visualize where I'm heading to, and then look, I can see, look, as I'm working on this, now I'm starting to really ramp up this speed, and now I can start to hit some serious bombs, just like that. So look, give this a go. Follow this simple process. And look, if you're struggling with just direction, this video, throw the club away, this video on how to stop slicing will really, really help. It'll complement this one beautifully well if you're predominantly slicing the ball. But combine these two things together and you'll be on to a winner. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Come and join the community. Remember, I put a free downloadable practice guide in the description box below, so you'll never have to remember a thing. But until next week, have a great golfing week.